Why are they always so fucking old? Where's the new formations that just happened? Did all these molecules and whatever it is stop joining together to create new shit? Or did it end with humans in the Big Bang? You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, they never say this shit was just, this shit just grew just now. This is proof that something could be made out of nothing. Welcome back, baby, to another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia. I am your host, Gary G. Garcia, along with my brother and my partner in crime, Brian Licata. Let's see the little shimmy. Where's the shimmy? Shit. Dude, these shirts that you've been sporting, man, I think you're going to have to keep this trend up. Is that a Florida thing? Did you run out and buy like a whole bunch of button downs because you're in Florida now?
No, surprisingly, I brought all of these down from Jersey.
Really?
Now, do you recognize this shirt? Is the better question?
No, I do not. Why should I?
Yeah. All right. Let me. I'll pull it up. You're gonna recognize it once you see it.
Really? It's good to be back, people. I was looking forward to this all weekend, man. It's good to be back. What are we looking at? Oh shit! Is that what made you get the shirt?
Yes, it is.
You're a fan of Kramer, though. You're a Kramer fan. You got the painting.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Kramer. The issues that he ran into later in his career. I'm
Kramer, not necessarily whatever Richards, right?
Michael Richards, yeah. So for the people who are just listening to this podcast, I have the Kramer lobster shirt on right now.
Yeah, I mean, you could be a fan of, you separated the man from the work.
Exactly. But I will say, I did watch the Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee show that Seinfeld has.
Yeah.
And he brought Michael Richards on that. And it was pretty interesting to hear him speak about the whole, shit that unfolded with him.
Well, I mean, he's not a comedian, dude. People think it's easy because they do comedy and movies or TV. But then when you get up there, it's a little different when you're dealing with people heckling you and yelling at you.
Right.
Which happened to me on my birthday show.
Oh!
On my birthday show. It started, I headlined. It was a fucking packed audience. I headlined. It was dope. Everybody's doing dope. I get up there and I start going into it. I'm talking about how y'all doing this and that. And some dude in the back going, because they mentioned that I was from Queens when they brought me up. So okay. Now I'm starting my shit and some dude in the back keeps yelling, where you from? Where you from? And I'm just, ignoring him because I'm just starting. You know what I'm saying? I'm going into a bit.
Right.
And he says, what part of Queens you from? And I was like, is this really fucking happening right now, yo? That's exactly what I said. I said, is this fucking really happening right now, man? I said, y'all were good for every other comedian that came up here. I'm the headliner. They tell you it's my birthday. And you start off by fucking yelling when I'm trying to talk. Then I just rip into this man for about a good minute and a half. I rip into him, right? And the crowd's with me. They're all laughing, but I'm like doing a rated G rant.
Right, okay.
I'm not doing what you see Gary G. Garcia on stage. I'm doing what you see here, a rated G rant. And then the next thing you know, there's like 4 white ladies next to him and they start talking. And I'm like, oh, so now you got the white ladies cackling. And I was just like, white women, man, we really try to like you, but you make it so hard. And then I stopped. I didn't even go on. So I said to them, and then I stopped and I just stood there and the crowd just starts laughing, because my body movements and shit will get them, So I'm just standing there. And then I go, you know what? Because I realized I was going to go deep into a rated G hole and just start abusing these people and how this is what's wrong with coronavirus being gone, is that now people like this are coming out to establishments again, just because the world is open, people, doesn't mean we all got to come back out into it. That some of you motherfuckers were not missed. Some of y'all might have been missed, but you can stay home, watch the podcast, man. No one's going to be upset at you, man. Don't go out. So I said, fuck it. Like I sat there and I realized I could either do one or two things. I could just reset or I could just go deep into these people. And I just said, fuck it. I'm going to start this whole shit over. And I run off the stage and the whole crowd just starts bugging out clapping. You know what I'm saying? I run into the back. I announce myself again. And then I run back up on stage and just start doing the show. And then everybody was shutting up. And I did the show and it was a great set. Big up to everybody who came out to celebrate my birthday with me. It wasn't a birthday show, but, you know, it was my birthday.
Right.
You know.
Oh, man, whatever. Dude. That's a very G way of doing that is stopping the show and then restarting it yourself.
Yeah, fuck it. I just fucking went. I ran into the back room and everything. I ran into the back fucking room and everything and just brought myself up.
How'd the set go after that? Good set?
Yeah, the set was good after that, man. It was good. And then I felt bad because the dude that I was going at for a good minute and a half, afterwards he comes out, tells me he loves me and that this is the second time he saw me and he ain't the one that yelled out. Some dude was walking past him and yelled it out while he was right in front of him. But then he kept walking and I didn't see that dude. All I saw was the direction it came from.
Right.
So now I was like, I'm sorry, dude. You know, I didn't mean it. You know, what are you going to do, man? But yes, people, I made it 51. I'm officially another year older. And I feel good. The sty is gone. You know, the fucking butt problems are getting better. I'm feeling good, man. You know, what are you going to do? Not going to say life at 51 doesn't have its stresses. You know, there's been some stresses. But other than that, it's been good, man. I treated myself, man. I bought a little new chain, man. Little white gold action, you know. Treated myself. I lost an earring, which I was pissed because those shits were fucking expensive. And I just picked up some new ones, man. So I treated myself.
Very nice.
You know, little birthday gift from me. The best gift, other than the one I just bought myself, one of the best gifts I got was I'm getting calls now. Get out of here with that shit. One of the best gifts I got was from Mike Merck and Matt Bridgestone. They made me G-strings. So that is pretty. The face on there. Look at the face on there, dude. That is the best gift I got. I was supposed to do a photo shoot with my son wearing them, but he just left. He forgot to do it. But yeah, that was the best gift. You know, I got a lot of cool shit, but that right there had me dying laughing. Big up to Mike Merck and Matt Bridgestone, pew, 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 for the gift of the season, which was the Rated GG strings. Yeah. Jesus. They're dope, right? I should actually start making those, man. Those would sell like hotcakes probably. My son took a pair just to hang them from his rearview mirror.
Oh man! Now, have you? Do you have like a bunch of them, or is it just like a couple?
It made me like, I don't know, 6 or 5.
Oh, okay.
It made me a couple of them. I gave a few out already. As jokes, you know what I'm saying? It's a joke thing, people. You know. But my son was like, I definitely got to get one. He's hanging it from his rearview mirror.
Yeah, I think you should get them and sell them. Or just give them away to people. Right? Yeah. You should definitely sell them.
Yeah, I think I can make a fucking killing with those shits. You know, they're that stupid. But yeah, man. Other than that, it's been cool, man. My son also bought me a little bottle of Jameson.
Very nice.
He got me a little bottle. So today, I'm still celebrating the end of my birthday, man. So a toast to you guys, everybody who listens to the Rated G podcast. I appreciate y'all. Anyone who supports me, I appreciate y'all. And every motherfucker that I call when everything feels like it's fucking ready to explode and they bring me back to earth, I appreciate y'all too. Big up, man. Cheers to you guys.
Solid.
No. On my birthday, we got a bottle at Kiss Kiss. Me, my son, and Brian, his boy, my son, through my son. And we drank that whole fucking bottle. The whole fucking bottle, dude. We was fucked up.
What was it a bottle of?
J-Mo.
Oh, it was Jameson again? Okay.
Nice. Yeah. We had a bottle of J-Mo. Once again, big up to Matt and Matt and Mike for making that happen. You know, they set us up and then they left. And we were just chilling, man. We were chilling in that booth, hanging out like fucking Scarface, getting wasted. But it was a cool night. Brian was throwing up by the end of the night.
Yeah, that tends to happen with Jameson, bro.
Brian was a little fucked
Jameson
up.
will do that to you.
Me and my son hang, man. We hung, man. We hung. You know, I didn't throw up. I woke up the next day feeling pretty good, actually. I was surprised. But the next day, Saturday, we all knocked out by 9:30. Tried to watch the basketball game and knocked out by 9:30.
Oh, dude, that fucking Nets game was nuts.
The Nets game we caught.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Duck. Yeah. That was my birthday. We were eating some duck, and we checked out the net game, man. That was cool.
Yeah,
you know, they almost did it. It was in their hands. They lost it.
Yeah, it was a good game. It's a good game.
I can't get back into, I don't know, sports is hard for me to get back into. Ever since the whole, you know, getting rid of the fans and now they're bringing them back, but they're still not letting the full crowd in, right?
Right. No, I mean, it depends on where you're at.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely not in New York.
Yeah, that's true. But it made me just like stop really like watching it, realizing how much time I spent watching it for what? You know, I don't know. If they bring steroids back, I might start watching sports again. You know, the dudes are throwing balls that break right through the helmet and like just lodge into the side of people's temples. That'll be interesting to me. Some dude comes up and hits 400 home runs, you know, in like his first week. That'll be cool. You know, it'd be nice to have like a little home run race off where like, you know, they get close to like 500, 600 fucking home runs in a year. You know, boxing. Fuck it, bring back. They say it's not a level playing field, but if everybody's doing it, if that's what they choose to do, then it's a level playing field, man. You know, I would love to see, you know, someone fucking just have a nice steroid fucking rage, a roid rage attack in football. You know, I mean, it's like the good old days. You know, bring it back, and then maybe I'll start watching it again. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should. I don't know if I've told you about this documentary before, but it's called Icarus on Netflix. Have you seen it? It's about the Russian doping scandal happened during like the Sochi Olympics. All right, I'm gonna text you now. I won't really say too much about it, but basically, this guy was doing this documentary. He was like an amateur cyclist or whatever, and he was doing this race, and then he got on a doping program to see if he could do the race faster. Can you hear me okay? I'm getting some like weird noise.
I hear you.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's hold on one second, man. That's these motherfuckers just be all they do is work. All right. We're good. If it comes on again, I'll go shut the window.
Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, I heard some like clicking or whatever.
So you probably can hear it again now. You hearing it again? There's always something going on with these shits, man.
Yeah, whatever.
There's always something.
Yeah, but basically this guy was an amateur cyclist, right? And he wanted to do a test to see if he doped himself, he would be better at this race. So he got in contact with this guy in Russia who was actually the head of the Russian Anti-Doping Association. And then this like big scandal came out where the Russians, when they had the Sochi Olympics, were basically like they had this like whole thing locked down, right? Like where all the urine tests were. And they were going in the middle of the night through this like fake back room and switching out the piss tests. So they passed. But basically any Russian athlete from in the Olympics from like the 70s until now has been on steroids.
Really? Well, here's the question. Did he run the race faster?
He actually didn't. No, he didn't, which is surprising. For whatever reason, he didn't. I can't remember the reason why.
Did he feel at the end of it, did he still feel fresh? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so maybe it didn't make him run faster, but maybe when he did the run, when he was done, you know, he probably could have went longer.
Yeah, a lot of it is like what you're talking about is a recovery time. You know, like you can work out just as hard as you could if you weren't, but the time in between, like the intervals of rest, you don't need as much.
See, that's what I heard. I heard it's more like recovery shit. It helps you recover quicker. And my attitude with that is, what's the problem with recovering quicker? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their job. They got to recover to get back over there. So does it, in the end, fuck up your bones and shit or your muscles?
Yeah, I mean,
I know it fucks with the dick.
Yeah, especially long-term use, like the stuff I was telling you about like a couple weeks ago, like testosterone, especially, no offense, but at your age, testosterone like won't do, or even HGH isn't going to do you like any harm. You know what I mean? Like you're on the
Yeah.
last,
Well,
you
you
could,
don't got too many 51-year-olds playing professional baseball or basketball.
no, no, no,
Most of these dudes are young.
yeah, definitely not. But I mean, you could get on like you could get on a legitimate program through a doctor, and you could be fucking like huge, dude. Like
But what about,
you ever see
I
some
don't
guy
want to
who's
be
like,
big. You ever see them big dudes doing comedy? Like, shouldn't you be a bouncer somewhere?
that's
Like
true.
this dude
Also
is
for your
too big.
profession, yeah, for your
Too big for
profession,
my, I don't want to be some big muscular dude up there fucking telling jokes about my muscles.
it'd probably make you
Because they
less
all
funny
do.
too. Yeah, it'd make you
Yeah, they
less
all
funny.
talk about their muscles and shit. You know? Can you
Yeah,
hear me clear that I got the mic on the side?
yeah.
This is a
No, we're
good
good.
fucking mic, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I
Yeah,
was checking
you
out the
sound great.
podcast and like the last one compared to the first one when we came back, and what a difference. Forget about if we throw some pictures on your walls and give us some, some nice scenery behind you. Forget about it. It'll look good. How do you not have pictures hanging on your wall already?
So my girl is in Jersey right now. She's coming back down, and I'm kind of waiting for her to decide. She has a desk over there, and I'm waiting for her to decide where she wants to keep her stuff, so then I can make my stuff in a permanent spot too.
That is kind of, I mean, I guess you could look at it both ways. I could look at that as, oh, that's cool. You know, you care about her feelings and want to know, what she does. Or I could look at it as you're not allowed to make a fucking decision of where you want to put your fucking pictures in the house that you went out to first and got. I could look at it either way. I don't know how I'll look at it the first way. You're just a dude who's like, I don't care where I put my shit, baby. Where you want to put your shit. But I feel like she could take you in a fight. So I feel like the rather is more leaning toward what I feel the reason is why you're doing that.
She would definitely
she'll
fuck me up, bro. She
won't even fuck you up. She'll just come on and be like, move it. So you're like, I don't want to do it. And then she don't like it. And then I got to move it. Cause I'd be like, move it your fucking self. I'll take the ass kicking. It's because I've taken a lot of ass kickings just based on, the point, just to make my point, So I'll take the ass kicking, but you still going to move that shit yourself, But that's what I'm saying. You know what my Sade picture would be? If I live with my lady, what my Sade picture would be, it'd be somewhere like the man cave.
Yeah, either in the basement
right now,
or the
I have
attic.
an apartment.
Yeah.
Move a woman in here, I have a cave. Or I got a room, a man room. That's where I get to go be a man. When I step out, I got to leave my balls in the room. I'm not feeling that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Part of it is too, I want to figure out how to best set up all of my shit. You know what I mean? Like I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you've been out there now for like 3 months. You still got I was out yesterday once and I got color. Look at my face.
Dude, look at me, bro.
No, I mean, you're getting it now, but it's still, I think I might be, once this red goes away, I think I'm darker than you already. And that's one day out. I went to the golf fucking, the driving range.
Oh, yeah, I saw that picture of you, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool, dog. I bought myself a driver.
Did you?
Well, because they didn't have no lefties. And what's crazy is I was doing it righty. And then I was like, fuck this, man. Let me go get my lefty one. I think I do it better righty. I think I have a better golf swing righty than lefty. Because lefty, I was swinging it like a baseball bat, just hacking them. I got to Google the proper form for doing drives. And then I'm going to be a beast. Because I was hitting 150. And straight. You know what I'm saying? Straight. My son is a slice master. I told him you should work at a pizza place with the slices you be handing out, man. That motherfucker took a swing and it went behind him. Yeah, there I am, man. Look at that. Look at that fucking. See, I was getting my grip ready right there. Look at that fucking attention, man. That concentration, dude.
Yeah, I saw the. That's a right-handed club there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it righty.
This is terrible form, man.
Yeah, see, he don't know. That's why,
look at his feet.
Look at his feet. He hit that shit and it went right behind him. Almost killed the dude and the one next to him. You know what I'm saying? My shit, look, go back to mine. My form ain't that bad, and I don't even know shit. But look, my knees are bent. My back could probably be a little straighter. My legs are spread, shoulder apart. You can see I'm getting my grip together right there. I was about to do a little, because I've seen shit. I just don't remember how I saw it. You don't want G to start getting into golf. Fuck around, man. My next fallback might be golf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My next fall, I might be the next motherfucking Tiger Woods, and I don't even know it yet, son.
Yeah,
My first swing with the golf club that I bought, I tried to do it like Happy Gilmore.
yeah.
And I hit the green rug and almost broke the fucking thing in my first swing. That would have been hysterical if it snapped in half on my first swing. That would have been hysterical.
Golf is fucking tough, man. It's such a hard. I mean, I worked on golf courses forever, and I never, like, rarely ever played, like hardly ever.
I've done like in Queens, in Queens, they have a thing, pitch and putt. It's like a 3-par. It's like it's not miniature golf, but it's not like these crazy fucking, I think it might be 2-par, something like that. In other words, you can get a lot of hole-in-ones.
Right. Yeah.
I think any one of them, you can get a hole-in-one, and I never did it. And I remember when I went to buy balls, and I was like, let me get one ball. And dude was like, you want just one ball? And I went, how many balls do I need, dog? I can only hit one ball. I went to the first hole, lined it up. Wow! That shit was straight like a motherfucker. Everybody's bugging. That shit went right past the flag, just kept going right over the fence, just kept going into the park. I think I might have killed somebody. Somebody was just walking by and got hit in the head with a fucking golf ball. How do you even put a walking path park behind that, man? It's like putting a fucking highway there, man. Because I know I'm not the first one to ever do that. I didn't realize, and that's when I realized the respect for golf. That's not just whacking that shit, but like not hitting it so hard that it goes over the fucking fence,
And placement too. Placement's like super important.
Yeah, I mean, I could play golf like a motherfucker on Xbox.
Yeah.
On Xbox, I get those spins working and everything. You don't want to fuck with me on Xbox, man. I get busy, But what about you, baby? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I actually had a eventful Saturday. I went out to a cigar bar with a buddy of mine.
I was gonna ask, did you go smoke that cigar?
I did, man, and it was dope. I had a fucking blast. Since I don't really like drink or party much anymore, I like that kind of shit. I don't do that often. But that was the stuff I always liked, like going out, being around people, having a good time, carrying on, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So the cigar bar was set up. It had like a big walk-in humidor with like any kind of cigar you could imagine. So I'm with my buddy who smokes cigars frequently. So I'm like asking him whatever, we pick one out. Then we go sit down, super nice, comfortable, like, leather lounge chairs. Waitresses came around. I had 2 really good cappuccinos while I was there too. And me and him sat in that thing from, I want to say 9 to like 2 a.m. We were at that place. So I smoked 2. I smoked 1 double Corona and then like a secondary dessert cigar afterwards.
I find it interesting that you would choose double Corona. I find it interesting.
Well, I had the vaccine, bro, so I figured it was all right.
Yeah, that fucking vaccine, dog. How you feeling? Still feeling good?
I am feeling fine.
No problems?
I am feeling fine from the vaccine.
Hasn't affect your working members? You still able to pop the woodies and everything? You're good?
Every morning.
Good. If you don't wake up with it, dude, then then you're over 40. That's how that works.
I did wake up this morning, man, with the fucking monster zit like this big on my back. It's disgusting.
It sounds fucking gross. How did you get a monster zit on your back, dude?
I have no idea. I don't know if it's like ingrown hair or something like that.
Like one of them sweaty back motherfuckers?
No, that's not really how I am.
Hairy back? You're Italian. You got a hairy back?
No, it's all on my chest, all the hair. But I woke up with that today, and that was
that's that. Yeah, you do got a patch going on there, dude. Heavy, man. Yeah, you need a thicker chain, like a rope chain, dog. The fucking
the little one gets caught up in it sometimes, and I'll move it. And
that sucks. I mean, I just get I got like a little patch. I'm not very I'm not very what you call it, hairy. But the older I get, it's crazy. The older I get, man, because the more hair I lost on my head, that's when it started sprouting in other places. It's got to find some place to go, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, man. I sent you something the other day. I don't remember what it was. What did I send you the other day?
I watched it. It was this like NASA video where the woman was talking about, pretty much, the corporations running the United States. The Constitution as we know it is gone.
Yes. Well, I said that from the jump anyway, because once they declared the state of emergency, and Trump said, I hope I did the right thing, because what he did right there was give control over. But I heard that there's like a president that you could track it down to when America was actually sold to the, to the corporations. I heard there's some president that like he made some sort of move, and then that's when America became what she called America Inc., U.S. Inc. That is no longer like, it's not like America no more. It's interesting. I would have to do a lot more research on it, but I did know, for a minute, I do believe in the deep state government. I do believe that, give me a break. We owe money. The government owes money. Once I found out the Federal Reserve wasn't a government ran bank, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a government ran bank, which means the Federal Reserve, the money that we get from there, we owe. So now right off the bat, if you owe me money, what can you do to me? You owe me money. If I go to collect it, I heard if they go to collect all the money we owe them in one shot, that's it. We're done. There's no money. It's amazing how that shit works, man. That whole thing I still never understood it really. Other than the best way I could explain it was like the time on that podcast when I said it just comes down to what you agree with, because all that back and shit is bullshit. All that shit is bullshit. Somebody said something the other day that I think they said something like the 90% of the money that's out in circulation now, like I heard something like 90 or 80% of that was printed in 2020. Heard something like that. Now, that's just what I heard. That doesn't mean it's true, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that
I wouldn't be surprised.
It goes back to the time when they got off the gold standard as far as backup for currency, and I mean, it makes sense with anything, I
mean, if you think about it, prisons are no longer ran by the government. Prisons are privatized. It's a business. It's modern day slavery where they get motherfuckers to work on bullshit charges, getting locked up for a little while, and they make them work for like 50 cents a week. Cleaning their industry fucking towels and whatever else they fucking need them to do for some shit that they sell. How you gonna have privatized? The only way they make money is that there's people in the jail.
Yeah, and then like a lot of times, cool. Like the people who've tried to make drugs legal, certain drugs, marijuana and other things like that. The private prison industry lobby is one of the big reasons why a lot of that shit hasn't gone past. Because
of course, to lose all their fucking workers.
Yeah,
have to pay people some fucking wages.
Yeah. I mean,
of course.
They'll lose, they'll lose their jobs, so they throw a shitload of money into that to get people. That is one of the biggest things, the biggest problems I have with the policing system in the U.S. is the fact that they're used as revenue generators for townships, Of
course, dude. I mean, if you think about it, man, I forgot when it was, but they fucking, all that shit, ain't they writing tickets for? It's just to generate fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just to generate money. What other reason is it? Oh, you've been in this spot too long. Well, motherfucker, I got it first. You know what I'm saying? I got it first. What they should do is to stop all that, but they would never do it because, like you said, it's to make money. Because they could easily make a meter that you put your credit card in like they got now, right? Mm-hmm. And it just, when you come back, you know what I'm saying? When you come back, you hit a button, it charges you whatever it charges you, and you leave. And you can stay there as long as you fucking want, But if you don't pay it and you try to be slick with that shit, then I guess you get hit with a fucking ticket.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
you're
know.
also paying to park on the road that your tax money paid to build.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I discussed that before, that at the end of the day, 90 something percent of your money is paid in taxes.
Yeah.
They take money out your check, and then everything you pay with that money, there's taxes. See, my attitude is do one or the other. I know we need to pay taxes. IRS, I know we need to give y'all money so y'all can, do whatever it is y'all do with it, man. That adrenochrome is expensive. Um, but with that said, I mean, I don't think we should get a tax when we work, because everything we buy is taxed.
Mm-hmm.
So we shouldn't get we shouldn't get taxed for our labor. I'm against that. We spoke about this before.
Yeah, and I mean, your employer is also paying a tax on top of that to even pay you. So they're paying, they're paying business tax. They're also paying payroll tax. So if you make $10 an hour, they're really paying $10.50 an hour, because that 50 cents on top goes to the government, and then on your end, then you pay it off, and then again, so I like living down here, man. There's no state income tax, so I'll somewhere in between like $3,000 and $5,000 a year more that I'll make just from living down here. Granted, there's taxes on other shit.
You think you could Venmo me $100? I mean, I'm not gonna pay you back at all, man. I could just use it. You know what I'm saying? I could use it. I just cheated myself to a chain, so I could fucking use the Venmo, man. Shit. And that's Florida, right? Damn, I don't know. It's sounding better all the time. People, don't be surprised if I wind up out that motherfucker. Everybody's going, right? It's the place to be. Everybody's going to fucking Florida. Another interesting thing happened this weekend was I got to perform with Jim Mendrinos. Big up Jim Mendrinos. Pew, 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 pew. That was my teacher when I took my first comedy class. And I honestly don't think he has seen me since my graduation class. So it was a big jump from when he last seen me to now. And I made him proud, and that was dope. So big up to Jim Mendrinos, man. He's a legend in the game. You might not know the face and the name, but he's a legend in the game, and those who know him.
Now, did he come down just to do the show with you, or what?
He came down. He had hit me up. He's starting to get back into He had an accident that had kept him from really getting into it, and now he's feeling better and wants to get some time. And once again, big up to Matt. He gave him the time, and he let me headline that show so I can impress a little bit, man.
Yeah, beautiful.
So that was cool. Yeah, that was really cool. I was what do you want me to say? That was a cool thing. I recognize the cool things. I recognize the bullshit, but I recognize the cool things too.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice.
But yeah, man. So you went to the cigar shop. Anything else go on this weekend?
What else did I do? I went to the beach for a little while.
Oh, you hit the beach. You was at the beach and you still fucking. I want to see you brown, dog. Next fucking episode, man. I want you like the complexion, at least, of Indiana Jones' little friend in fucking Raise the Lost Ark. That's too old of a fucking reference. How dark do I want? I want you to look like The Rock.
Okay, I can do that.
I want you to look a little Hawaiian.
Dude, I really think it's the lighting in here, man. I really.
Motherfucker, get better lighting. I did. You're the production dude, man. There ain't some fucking pictures on that wall. If you're scared, get the ones that pull off with the tape. I'm not telling you to commit to a nail. Okay, I'm not saying commit to a nail. Get the and then if she don't like it, you go okay, and you pull it off, and no marks, man. It comes off clean. You don't have to worry your little pretty head, man.
Yeah, I really want to get the whole setup here. I want to get like my camera, and I was thinking about getting a green screen. It's indecisiveness, which is
well, it's not finding out what she's gonna let you do yet. Now, are you officially married? You are married, right? No, not officially. You're engaged. You're not engaged?
No, we're engaged. Yeah, we're engaged.
Did you set a date?
Yeah, it's gonna be June 9th, 2027.
2027? Okay. Oh, so you're not getting married. I get it.
No, I'm just messing around. No, we haven't set any date or done any plans at all whatsoever. So it could be in a year, it could be in 7 years.
Yeah, we're getting married, June 7. 30-30. some date where you'll be dead by then.
Yeah, both of us don't really. We're not any.
You don't need it.
Yeah, any rush. You know.
Nah. You know what, man? Both of y'all should build up a contract, have a lawyer sign it that says if anything should happen to you, that's the woman you want handling your shit. You know what I'm saying? You could. Marriage is a contract. I don't understand why people do it through marriage. You could do it through a lawyer, and it's less hassle.
Right.
You know,
a lot cheaper too.
Less hassle, man. You know, yeah. What's up with churches charging so much for you to get married in their places, man? You know, what would you prefer? I just keep fornicating? I'm sorry. I can't afford to not fornicate. You know what I'm saying? For me to stop fornicating, you're charging me. What do they charge for you to go get married in a place, man?
Probably like between $500 and $1,000.
Let's say over 500. Definitely over 500. Over 500. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, dog. What kind of shit is that?
Man, to be straight up with you, that's one of the reasons why we haven't made any sort of plans at all. It's like what? I'm gonna drop 10 grand on this fucking party, you know?
I know why people, you know what it is, man. People are more caught up in the wedding than they are in the marriage.
Right.
So they'll go out and they'll fucking have these huge fucking wedding. My daughter did a huge wedding. Although this shit, I gotta be honest, they tight. That they just like to do shit together. I think they might make it. You know, big up to my daughter and my husband Kyle, my son-in-law, good dude. You know, happy birthday to you too, man. You know, his birthday just was right before mine. Yeah, but most people get just caught up in the wedding, man. And it's like, yo, you're spending all this money on the wedding, not realizing that when you get married, money is the number one thing people fucking fight over. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, shit, don't you wish you had that $9,000 you spent, that $20,000 you spent on the wedding? Don't you wish you still had that in your pocket? You know, get the fucking wedding over with, throw a party, 2,000, some shit like that. You know, rent a place, throw a party, keep it moving. The fuck we all gotta watch you say I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. You do, and I don't care. How about that? You know,
that's
fuck out of here.
That's how me and her are.
You know, yeah. People are caught up in marriage. Don't you prefer I just stay with you forever? Yeah. Like, isn't that more than me marrying you and divorcing you? Because I don't know, something about when the government gets involved in my relationships, man. That's when I start to fucking, you know, I don't want the government involved in my shit. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm ready to start wearing masks again just because they're telling me not to. Stop telling me what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem. Stop telling me what to do. And the problem, too, is that, like, I'm part of a few, you know what I'm saying? Like, most people want to be controlled. Most people want to be controlled, man. Please tell me when to cross the street because I'm too fucking dumb to fucking, you know, look both ways. So now if I cross in between two cars, jaywalking, give me a ticket for that. I just crossed the street in between two cars instead of going to the corner because there was no fucking cars coming down the block. You know, I can understand if you run into traffic, you know, yeah, you're a dick. You know, look both fucking ways. Why do you need a fucking law for everything, man? Can't you fucking... You know what it is? That's for shitty people. Good people, the law is written right here in their heart. They know what's right. They know what's wrong. They try to respect other people. Shitty people need people to tell them, you know that's shitty, right? Fucking moron.
They still do that shit anyway, though. You know what I mean? They do. They still do that kind of shit anyway, you know?
Yeah, man. But, so what else? I had, yeah, so that thing that we were talking about just now, man, that I sent you, man, that shit is fucking insane because they talk about how they were gonna, you know, send out a tax and get rid of people. They talk about how, like, there's too many people, which one of my boys agreed with, like, there's too many people. And I'm like, I don't know, dog. You get on a plane, you drive cross country, there's fucking land everywhere. There's land everywhere, but everybody wants to live in New York or LA. Motherfucker, expand your horizons, man. There's land everywhere. And they're like, oh, they don't want to put, you know, electric there or this there. The fucking electric poles run across the whole fucking states. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to the electric poles and shit.
Right.
Just make a right into that little section. And you know what? There's more people, then they have more of a reason to do it. and everyone makes more money. Instead of trying to control what fucking people do, my man was like, yeah, and people shouldn't even be able to have kids unless the government allows it. I'm like, what? What are you fucking talking about, man? People are fucking crazy. Some people just want to be controlled and control, you know? And that's the problem when it comes to all these motherfuckers wanting acceptance, but they don't accept people that don't accept them. Like if you're like, nah, I can't accept that, then they don't accept you. Why can't you accept that that person doesn't agree? Why is that so hard to do? So you're no better than them.
Did you see in that thing when she was talking about like AI and robots and stuff like that?
Yeah, dude, they're trying to fucking, trying to live longer, right? She said people have figured out a way to live longer, trying to combine, trying to make us into cyborgs and shit, man. Part man, part fucking computer, and it's crazy because all that shit back in the day, you'd be like, that's all science fiction, but it's not. It's fucking not, yo. You can look this shit up. What about the shit I sent you about the patent on the cure for AIDS?
Yeah, that was kind of nutty.
Now, is that bullshit? I went to the United States. I Googled it. They brought me to the United States patent, whatever, and they have a cure for motherfucking AIDS. And then they said it did no harm. The only thing it did was inflate the kidney, but the kidney wasn't damaged. And cancer. I looked up the cancer one, and the cancer one is when they do the ingredients, mostly cannabinoids. Is that what you call it? Cannabinoids?
Yeah, cannabinoids, yeah.
Whatever, you know what I mean? It's weed, man. It's fucking THC. Like the whole main ingredients. That's why that should be illegal. Motherfuckers getting rich off of keeping people sick. And that's some fucking bullshit. And that's the problem with society is money. They prefer to have more money than live in a world that's more healthy and more loving and less stressed. And why is that so bad, man? Because if the world is like that, then you really don't have to feel that much better because people will make you feel better. Everyone treats you with respect. It's a shame the power that money has because, I'm not going to lie. I want money because that's what runs this place. And I like to be able to do what I want to do, but at the same token, I don't want money over what's morally correct to be, the morally correct way to be to people, man. I mean, I didn't sell out at 25. I'm not selling out at 51. I'm still going to stick to my morals. And anytime money, conflicts with my morals, then, fuck it. I'll stay where I'm at. I'll stay grinding. I'll stay doing what I'm doing, I don't give a fuck. Someone said to me the other day, when you move, get bigger and this and that, you lose control. And I understand you got to give a little more up. I understand that. But I have no problem saying no to the fucking money. I'd like it. I'd like to get a deal that I can feel morally, you got to give a little, and I'm not the most moral motherfucker in the world. But as far as what I feel that I can do, that I could explain to the big man upstairs. Come on. But I'm just saying, it's like I don't know. I was babbling.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right, man. And everyone's got the things they'll do or not do. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's moral compass is different, but I think the important part is, sticking to what you believe in.
Everybody don't want to be cool. That's the problem. Well, that's what we were talking about, accepting people and shit like that. Yeah, but that's the problem. Like, in other words, people don't want acceptance. People want to be special. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? People want to be special because I'm accepted for who I am, and some people hate me. And they can hate me. They can hate me now, but I won't stop now. They can hate me. What they're not allowed to do is try to harm me or take what's mine, because if that comes down to it, then I'm going to, I have the right to defend myself. We were talking about the last time, man, like people talk about how they hate, all these pride parades, but the truth is, if you gave them the respect they deserved and didn't make them, like, I can understand, I can understand pride and where you come from and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I do understand the gay pride parade, but the parade is people take, pride in who I fuck. And letting me fuck who I want to fuck. That's what it is. And that wouldn't be there if fucking people didn't make it, didn't abuse them for so fucking long. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't let people be people. There were people out there that went, no, I don't want to let people love who they want to love.
And it's
I don't want,
the odd
because
thing
if they didn't do that, then there'd be no parade. People, because there's no straight parade. Why? Because we didn't have to fight to be straight. You know what I'm saying? So now to do a straight parade would almost be like a diss, as if we're dissing. Meanwhile, we just straight. And that's what it is, straight. They don't like the word straight. They want to change it to cis. I think, why don't you like the word straight? Because it implies crooked, everything else? No, it just, I never heard crooked. No one ever made that shit till I just said it now. The
weird thing about all that too is like back in ancient Rome and like even later that they were having like huge bisexual orgies like all the time.
If only you were born then. Then you wouldn't have to join a fraternity. You would have been what the fraternity names themselves after and shit. You would have Roman shit in your numbers anyway.
Yeah, but that, I mean, truthfully though,
how come you didn't see anybody back then, like when they were rocking those, those robes and shit, whatever? How come they didn't have like the embroideries of like, the tie with the V and the shit like they do for the things? You never see one of those, man. No hoodies.
I want to see if I can find myself a picture of myself in the in the letters.
Yo. But yeah, Rome, they was wilding in Rome. People have been wilding forever. And don't get me wrong, that you have to like kind of try to have morals, because any society that loses morals falls apart. So there should be an understanding of morals, but the morals of who to love. Like don't get me wrong, there's a difference between, love and hedonism. Hedonism, but at that point too, what do you care? If in fact that's going to send them all to hell, if that's what it does, it sends us all to hell because you want to fucking fuck like a freak, then what do you care anyway, man? You're not going to be there. You don't have to sit there judging when the time comes, the fuck you care. I'll never understand that. And that's the problem. People care too much. People take things so personal, man. I don't take nothing personal no more, And people think because I don't do it, I don't get sad. I get sad, man. I cry every fucking day. But I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be sad, or you could choose to be like, all right, this is life. Accept what comes, see what comes next. And if people are still alive, then it's never really an end to anything. So, just keep flowing and see what happens in life. What's the problem with that?
Yeah, I think it's a important point, man. I do the same thing. Like I rarely ever take anything personally for an extended period of time. Like, and if I kind of get down on myself, maybe it's like a day or two, and then something kind of just kicks in, and I just get back to work. You know what I mean? Keep fucking grinding. And that's like, I think a lot of people have a problem with that, man. They get caught up in their negative bullshit they tell themselves, and it just it feeds itself. It feeds itself.
Well, dude, that's the power of words. See, you could either be a blessing or a curse, even unto yourself. That's why when you say shit like, I'm so stupid, or I'm an asshole, you shouldn't say those things about yourself, because that's bringing curses onto yourself. People like to say there's no power in words. You know what I'm saying? Sticks and stones may break my bones. Words will never hurt me. Motherfucker, you ever hear someone give you the information that someone passed, or that they didn't like you, or they didn't love you, or they were using you? Words can hurt because there's power in words, and words can bring a motherfucker up. So what do you do with the fucking words that come out of your mouth? You could either be a blessing or a curse. You know what I'm saying? Even unto yourself. You speak shit out loud to yourself, and that's bringing on curses to yourself, man. Even all that shit, when people do protests and they're chanting no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace. That's a curse, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because the world won't separate the meaning. It's almost like a text. You know how like when someone sends you a text, you really can't understand the meaning?
Right.
So what you're sending out into the universe is no justice, right? No justice. And also you're sending out no peace. It doesn't what's the word I'm looking for?
Differentiate?
It doesn't differentiate. Thank you. I'm drinking. It doesn't differentiate the meaning of it, saying that if we don't get justice, then we won't give peace, because that's not what you're saying. What you're saying is no justice, no peace. I understand what you mean, But what I'm saying is that shit's a curse because the universe just has no justice, no peace. And what do you see out here? Do you see any justice? Do you see any peace? So either people ain't hearing or people ain't realizing that what they're doing is sending out curses upon themselves. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I big myself up, you know, and every now and then I'll be like, I'm such an idiot. I'll be like, I gotta stop saying that because I'm not an idiot. You know what I'm saying? I might not be as educated as some motherfuckers. I might not remember dates and times and names. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, but let a motherfucker come at me. You know what I'm saying? On any sense of the word, you can't game me. I don't care how crazy your game is. It's you know, it's still, you know, my wits are different than your wits. I might not have the same education, but make no mistakes, I'm educated. You know what I'm saying? And I could walk in any man's shoes, but not every man could walk in mine. So, you know, I've been places, man. I've been places. I've seen things, man. I've seen things that man should never see.
I had a question for you when you're going through that. Do you believe in ghosts at all? I don't know if we've ever had this conversation.
Well, I used to have a ghost in my basement apartment in Queens. It would sit on the bed and watch me play video games. I remember the first time I saw it. I didn't see it, but I was sitting there playing a video game, and I happened to look in my bed because I was in the studio, and I saw the bed go down. And it was the shape of like if someone was sitting on my bed. So I paused the video game, and I just, because like I said, there's power in words. So I just said, listen, I remember times I was 42. I'm 42 years old. I'm in a basement apartment. Now, I don't know why you here or what connects you to this place, but believe me when I say I don't want to be here any more than you want me here or any longer than I have to be. So if you cool with that, I'm not going to try to get rid of you or fuck with you, but just don't fuck with me. And that's all it would do. The only time I ever noticed it would be when it sat on the bed. My boys were like, you all bugging. Then one day my man Carlito's there playing and we're chilling. My man Carl looks to the side and he goes, oh, shit. And I said, what happened? He goes, yo, dude, your bed just went down. I said, chill, man. He watches us play video games. Or she.
Yeah.
You know, it's never tried to have sex with me while I was sleeping. So I'm guessing it's a he. A straight ghost.
Straight, yeah.
Now, the question is, what's a ghost? I would say spirit.
Okay.
You know, because when you say ghost, people tend to think, woo,
yeah,
like Casper and shit. But I would say some sort of form of spirit or entity, you know, something like that on a spiritual realm. Demon, maybe a demon, you know.
Demon.
I read a book called The Screw Tape Letters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very interesting book. It's a lot of people thought it was like some crazy. It's written from the point of view of a demon who's writing to, I guess, what would be Satan about how it's going with him and his human, because his job is to torment, you know, that human. And it's crazy because the thing about the book is when he talks about the things he does to make his life miserable and keep him away from knowing God and knowing peace and knowing that inner love, that inner God inside them, the things he does to keep him distracted. And it's exactly the things that people do that keep him away from even questioning or wanting to know. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it's funny because people sit there and go, no, I don't believe in God. There's no God, you know. And I think a lot of the times people say there's no God because, you know, one, they don't want to believe that they have to answer to anything. And two, well, number one is we just don't know. And two is they don't want to answer for anything. And three, you know, they want to be like, oh, science. I cling to science. But scientists who really delve deep into finding out things go, we're not going to say God, but we're going to say there got to be something bigger than what made this all happen. Because, you know, just to look around you, but even if you want to look around you, look inside you, look at the human body and how the human body works. And then deal with the fact that going back to some point, there has to be some sort of first. And they'll sit there and say all these different things got together and just made this perfectly made body. If you eat right, do it. If I don't. And look at me. I don't do anything right and still look how good I'm fucking holding up. That's how amazing the human body is. I don't do anything right. I got maybe 8% body fat, the remnants of muscles, like the remnants of I used to work out. And my mind is still pretty intact, although some shit I say might sound crazy to you, but do your own research and then come back to me and tell me if I'm crazy. And my reflexes are still good, motherfucker. You see me, I jump off that bar like it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You think anybody else could do that shit that we roll with?
Oh, definitely not. No way.
Yeah,
the one thing I like doing is I read a lot of articles about like underwater discoveries, and I saw this new thing the other day.
Shit about the water.
Nothing. And people overlook it too. Like everyone is like looking up and like out into space, and they completely forget that if you just go down into the water, that there's some of the craziest fucking shit that they don't even know
what it is,
what it is, what it's used for, and they discover new species all the time. Like there was this one that I was reading about this. It was about this fish that they think has been around since like, dinosaur time. And it has the longest like gestation period, which I think was like 5 years that they'll carry around like a baby inside of it. And the animal doesn't reach like sexual maturation like until like 51, I think, actually.
It doesn't have its red flower till 51.
Yeah.
See, but that's the thing. Here's another thing, though. I'm gonna throw this at you. Why is it whenever they find like a new species down deep, right? And they believe so much that like the Big Bang, or that theory of the Big Bang, and they believe so much shit just happened and got together. Why, when they find a new species down low, they always believe it comes back from the dinosaur days? Why didn't it just happen? Why ain't that shit like 2 years old? 2 years ago, these shits just formed. Why are they always so fucking old? Where's the new formations that just happened? Did all these molecules and whatever it is stop joining together to create new shit? Or did it end with humans in the Big Bang? You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, they never say this shit just grew just now. This is proof that something could be made out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is proof right here. All these little particles got together and made this new species of whatever kind of down low, because we don't know shit. No, right away, they're like, it was back from the dinosaurs. You don't know shit.
It's a really interesting point. I've never thought about it that way.
You don't know shit. Why can't anyone admit they don't know shit? I'll be the first one to say I don't know shit about what I'm talking about. And I don't know shit about what I'm talking about. These are just thoughts, man. Like, they're just random thoughts. But I'm just saying, like, why they always got to be so old? Why can't it be young?
I don't know. I was watching this this other documentary about like coral reefs that, they have this like bleaching thing that happens because the ocean temperatures are like they're getting like hotter and hotter. And everyone's like, oh, we need to save the reefs.
Where are they getting hotter and hotter? That's the question. Is it getting hotter and hotter in fucking Antarctica?
The reefs, they don't have coral reefs in Antarctica. They're only in tropical climates. So it's like,
I don't know shit.
Yeah, Great Barrier Reef, Florida, Mexico, like tropical places.
Okay.
And they were saying that, we need to...
I learned something today. See, you teach me things that are very educational and good to know, and like, wow, that's cool. I teach you things that no people should even know the things I know. Go ahead. So you were saying the tropical reefs, they're getting hotter and hotter.
Yeah, they're getting hotter and hotter. And what happens is like the corals basically, they turn themselves white to like reflect the sun, but in doing so, they kill themselves, right? And these reefs, provide a large. It's like a rainforest underground as far as like biodiversity and stuff like that. And when I was watching it, I was thinking, I'm like, well, if it gets hotter where they are, further away from that, either north or south, further away from the equator, wouldn't the reefs then continue to build in spots that are too cold now, but will be warmer if the planet keeps getting warmer in a different spot? So like, yeah, the reefs are going to die where they are now, but will they move?
But are reefs like alive like plants, or are they alive like they kind of have some sort of thought and
Well, so this is the weird thing about
not necessarily brains, I don't know, but like, is it like, they do things like other than just like, I know plants, well, some plants, I mean, you got the fucking Venus flytrap, that shit'll fuck you up, fuck you up if you're a fly.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird, man, because a coral isn't exactly a plant, but it's not exactly an animal either.
It's just some sort of living creature.
Yeah, it's just some sort of living creature, and
so it would have DMT in it.
Probably some really good DMT too, like some really really good DMT.
Ever lick a frog?
No.
Is that even a real thing? Are there frogs that you lick and you can trip?
Yeah, dude. There's this Mexican guy that I used to work with on the golf course who always
licks frogs.
Well, they used to when he was in Mexico.
A frog licker. Bet a frog licker. So there are frogs that you can lick and trip. Man, how do you know how much to lick? And you know what's crazy is I'm pretty sure you could just lick the back. But I bet if you had to lick the asshole, people would do it to get high. That's how bad not having inner love is. And when you're looking for like something else to fucking heal you, you will lick the asshole of a frog. Because if that's the way you got high, that's what you would do. If you had to spread the little frog's legs open and suck it out of the ass, like, and like suck the asshole, people would do that shit. There'd be frog asshole sucking motherfuckers out there getting high. What would we call them?
Froggers.
Like frog heads?
Yeah, frog heads. Kermits.
Frog heads. That dude's a frog head, man. Don't fuck with him.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, man. Yeah, it's called Bufo alvarius.
Let's see it, man. You got a picture of this fucking trippy frog?
Yeah.
Let's see this trippy ass frog, man.
Sonoran desert toad. The Sonoran desert toad. Or the Colorado river toad. Here we go. Here's a little bastard. And like, surprise, it looks just like a frog does.
Oh, look at that, man. Yeah, people would suck his ass. If like right there, boom, right on his little fucking, right there, that little nibbler. People would fucking suck that shit if that's what got you high. That's how sad this world is for some people. They would put their lips right on that fucking thing. I mean, if you think about the side of that, it looks like labias on some fucking. That is some gross shit right there, man. That motherfucker got labia legs. Ladies, you complain about varicose veins, but it could be worse. You could have labia legs. All right. Oh, shit. Labia legs. My mind is a scary place, people.
I don't know. Would you lick it? Would you do the toad?
I don't think I'd lick a toad, man. My life is, I'm pretty happy. Why lick a toad? I could take acid. Mushrooms are shitty enough. That's how I know, because mushrooms are grown on shit.
Yeah. And
I'm munching some mushrooms, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not gonna, that's what, we all draw a line. I'm not gonna judge asshole suckers, but I'm not gonna do, like, I don't do heroin. I don't judge you. Not that you do it, but I don't judge you that you tried it and you took a dive into that realm, I don't judge you for that. For me, it's more of like, it just never looked fun. And I don't like needles. But even to snort it just doesn't, everyone I see on it, they just look out. And I'm like, I want to do something to participate in the fun I'm having. I like shit that I participate in. I know it probably feels great. Motherfuckers give their lives to that shit, man. So I know it being a drug, I don't like to say drug addict, because drug addicts like one thing too much. I like everything just enough. Right. Not everything, but the shit I like just enough, Yeah. And it's mostly psychedelics, people, relax. But what I'm saying is like, there's a point where I go, I wouldn't do heroin, wouldn't even try it. Because once I know it must feel great. People give up their lives for that. But I like to contribute. I didn't like dust. I tried dust because it came in blunt form. But I didn't like my feet feeling up here. I didn't like not being able to walk. Yo, dude, first time I did that shit, I got caught in a shootout at 1018s. I wasn't in the shootout, but like I was trying to get off the dance floor and I couldn't move. Everything was like, you know, everything. Like it was the first time it ever looked like it looks in the movies. Because when they show people tripping, that's not what tripping's like. Tripping ain't like that. People, when you watch this shit in the movies, that's not. I mean, I've never done it. Even DMT. DMT was the closest to seeing those things that they show. Like when it busts into cartoons and shit. DMT, yeah, that looks like cartoons and all different kinds of things. But like acid, when they see people tripping on acid, I mean, other than the way they act when like laughing and giggling when they're not seeing shit, yeah. But all that other shit, I've never seen any of that shit. And I've tripped hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too. I've never really.
I mean, faces do change. You do see, because you know what I believe with that though, is the reason why people, because check it out, man. The people I know to be pure people, when I say pure, I don't mean like there's no stains. I just mean real, you know, real hard motherfuckers that I know, both female and male. When I'm tripping, man, there's a glow off of them. It's not like their face changes. There's a glow off of them. And it doesn't even matter if I've known them for years. You know what I'm saying? But other people, and when I say other, I mean everybody else other than those people, their faces be changing. You be seeing their inner selves. You know what I'm saying? Some people, when you're tripping, are changelings. It goes one to the next, one to the next. That means they're like, but some people, and I'll tell you this, I never met a person tripping that did that I met afterwards that wasn't just a fucking piece of shit. Okay? So don't tell me that shit don't show your aura, man. You know, that's why I like that shit. Because when you know what to connect to, you can fucking learn a lot about everything.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of psychedelics.
You know? So, you know, but like that other shit, it's like I just don't want to sit there. I remember one time I was getting a tattoo. I took a bunch of fucking I don't know, some sort of opioid pills.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. It wasn't the heavy one, but the one right under there.
Roxy's. It's probably Roxy's.
Whatever. I took 2 of them because it was fucking killing me, man. I don't know why, but the shit was hurting extra that day. And I figured take a little edge off. No, nothing takes away the pain, but take the edge off. The whole fucking tattoo was like 6 hours. The whole shit hurt. I got home, then those shits kicked in. It wasn't Oxy. It was the one right under them. And then they kicked in and I'm sitting there and I'm totally awake in my head. I'm hearing everybody have conversation and I'm wishing I could be a part of this conversation. You know, there's some interesting stuff being said and I can't even move, dog. I couldn't move. I was just, I mean, it was peaceful, but I just remember thinking I would love to be in this conversation and I can't open my eyes. And I can't form words, and I can't sit up. Oh, I'm sleeping. That's what I'm doing. I'm live sleeping. You know, and then out of nowhere, there was a point, I guess, where that's the peak. And then I popped up. Like I literally, because I guess I was trying to do it all that time. And it finally kicked in. And I popped up, looked at everybody. They all looked at me because I popped up like a dead man. I stood up, went right to the bathroom and threw up. Sounds like fun. I haven't even done edibles since that time I had to crawl out of my bathroom.
Yeah, that was a story, dude. That was.
I haven't done edibles since that time, man. I had to crawl. I keep thinking, look, my bathroom is fucking this big, man. I could walk in 3 steps. I'm at the toilet, 3 steps, I'm out the room. 45 minutes to get out that motherfucker. Yo, I get it. I used to snap at my boys because they'd be like, I was going to call a doctor. Only reason I didn't call a doctor is because I remembered those stories of my boys saying they were going to call a doctor, and I knew I was going to be all right. But then there's that little voice that says, what if you're the first? What if you're the first to die? You know, and then you start bugging out. And I was like, stop thinking that. Stop thinking. My brain was just, it's crazy, man. You know, if you don't fuck with drugs, man, know what you're doing, man. It can get crazy.
Fast, you know? Too. It can get crazy.
But at the end of the day, man, people who judge me on shit like that, they're running down, they're getting experimental drugs put right into their fucking arms. Not knowing what you don't know what it is. I'm sorry. And when they say it's safe, they're lying because they don't know. I believe their intentions are good. No, I don't. But they're lying every time. Safe, safe and whatever. How do you know it's safe? Until you've been giving it to people 20 years from now, we'll know if it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure I'll be seeing the commercial that says if you took the Johnson & Johnson vaccination in 2021, you might be eligible for us,
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping I can get like 10 grand out of this in the future.
What if your dick falls off? What if it's like 10 grand? Is that worth your fucking balls? I don't.
Maybe 15 grand.
I don't know.
15 would make it worth it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we talked a lot. We talked about a lot of shit on this episode.
Yeah, man. I was about to say my batteries actually just popped up. It's about to die on me because I didn't get to charge it properly today. How long have you been going?
I don't know.
Got an episode here?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, hour 20 maybe, hour 15, hour. I don't know.
It's been real, man. Yeah, and I'm also, you know what? Let's just salute to everybody out there, man, who's been checking us out. I appreciate every one of y'all, man, from the bottom of my heart. I love doing this, and I hope that it's interesting. I think me and my man, right, I would do it just to hang with this motherfucker right here, man.
Same here,
I got a bro love for this dude right here. I feel like I know him. You wonder if dudes, when you meet somebody, you feel like you've known them longer and you actually known them. Mm-hmm. I know nothing about this dude, and yet I learn things new every day. I don't feel like I taught you anything this episode. You taught me some shit this episode.
Nah, there was something you taught me early on in the beginning. I honestly don't remember what it was, but you
was it about everybody always saying it's old instead of saying it was just formed? I don't know. I had some interesting thoughts.
You gave me some new perspective on stuff today. The fish thing that we were talking about. How come they always just assume that it's old?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a scientist. I don't know, but it was a fair point.
Because it has, like, even if it had a beard, maybe it's white. White people age different. I don't know. You think I look different from 50? Do I look any different?
You look better than the last time we were on the call. I think you look a little better than the last time.
Yeah, man. I get better with age, man. I'm like fine wine. Cheers, my people.
Salud.
I appreciate y'all. You got anything you want to share? Anything coming up?
Nah, nothing. Another podcast next week.
I always look forward to it, man. I would do one again this week if you want to, because I'm not really working. I'll be out in the pier tomorrow, even though that'll be over from this, and then I'll be out in Bristol. So I do got 2 shows coming up. I got a podcast I think tomorrow, so I got some stuff happening.
Oh, you're gonna be on somebody else's podcast?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on my teacher's podcast.
Oh, dope, dude. Okay, very cool.
That should be done. I gotta make sure I charge my computer. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm doing the same old thing, man. I'll be back Saturday. Are we gonna drop the Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, yeah.
If it gets dropped Saturday, people that night, if it's dropped early enough and you were around AC, this is my AC return. And if you haven't checked out the special yet, I have a special YouTube free. And most of you probably don't know this, but there's also a Venmo there if you think it's that dope, tip the motherfucker. But yeah, it's free, man. I don't give a fuck if you tip it or not, man. Get me to 100,000 views. I'm gonna keep bothering motherfuckers till I get 100,000 motherfucking views on that shit. Gary G. Garcia, you did not see me here tonight. Free on YouTube. Check it out. Otherwise, follow me, Gary G. Garcia, on Instagram, man. You'll find out whenever I'm playing. You won't find me on TikTok or at Disneyland. So we good?
Yeah, we're good, man.
Man, stay healthy, man. Stay alive so we can do another one. I'll try to do the same on this end. To all my people that check this out again, and all my people that have been watching me since the beginning, man, God bless y'all. Thank you, man. I love you from the heart. Feel free to fucking leave some comments on that motherfucker. Talk to me. I'll hit you back. My name's Gary G. Garcia, and my boy Brian Licata, and that's another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia. Peace.
Peace out.